What's going on? I'm gonna do a disc review here. Never done one of these on this channel, but I figured why not try now? This is a disc that is near and dear to the heart of every disc golfer, but it's a new take on it. This is a Halo Leopard 3. Now, everyone's throwing a Leopard 3. The disc gets a really bad rap because you're getting it in a starter pack. It's low weight, it's DX plastic, it's just so flippy. And a lot of disc golfers, even if you're new, if you have any level of athleticism, if you played baseball or tennis or anything where you know how to swing, chances are you may have too much arm speed for a Leopard. I did. I used to call myself a Leopard tamer. I kept buying new Leopards, you know. I didn't make the mistake a lot of disc golfers make where you buy a destroyer and you don't have the arm speed. I'm like, no, I'll stay with low speed. And I just didn't know that I had beyond that arm speed as a beginner. But this is Halo plastic. The Halo plastic is very, very overstable. So I figured let's give the Leopard 3 a review it deserves, and we'll see how it flies. So I'm gonna throw it a few times and see what it does. If you haven't thrown a Halo Leopard 3 before, pause the video right now, comment, what do you think it's gonna do? Is it gonna be as flippy as a Leopard? Is it gonna be more overstable? What do you think? I'm gonna go right over here. I'm where I normally do my field work, and we're gonna let one rip, see what it does. This is my normal field work location. I am throwing out here. You see this pole? Right there? Wait, right there? That is 295 from here. So it's about 300 on the nose from my little tee pad. So I'm gonna aim right at that and see what this thing can do. We're gonna go a little bit of hyzer. Wow. That was really surprising. I threw it with a good amount of hyzer, expecting it to be flippier. And it flipped up to straight, it just hyzer flipped, and it went. That's gotta be like 325. We're gonna get over there and measure it, but that was pretty sick. It kind of, like for me, that kind of was like a really good mid-ish fairway type throw. So this is what we were aiming for. This is where we ended up. That was pretty impressive. Let's see what we got distance-wise. 320, pretty much on the nose. That was pretty surprising. Throw it again, see what happens. This time we're gonna test out its torque resistance. I'm gonna throw it forehand, lot of hyzer, and really just lean into it and just see how well it takes that forehand torque. Again, I gotta say, that was pretty impressive. This Halo Leopard 3 has a nice amount of turn to it, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's flippy. It is brand new, so things could change. I threw that forehand, it flipped up to flat, turned over a little bit, and then continued to move left. It didn't do that Leopard or that like really understable thing where it just and just burns over. It just took it and kind of held its line. I think that same shot with some more height under it would be a really nice panning left shot. All right, we're gonna do one more throw. I'm going to lean into this thing. I'm gonna give it the height and give it the turn. I'm gonna try to do a max distance shot. This is the shot I do with my flippy wraiths, where I throw it on hyzer with a disc that's really flippy, give it the height, and have it pan out. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was, again, pretty impressive. The flight was, it's flippy, but it does have a decent amount of stability toward the end. Like that had the pan and the flex, and it started to fight out, not with what I would expect from something like a flippy fairway. I think after it breaks in, it could be a real nice turnover disc. It is worth noting, I'm probably not an average player, maybe slightly above average, probably slightly above average power, but not by much. On a good day, I'm throwing like 420, but typically I'm throwing about 380. .340, what the heck, dude? I gotta throw this thing 400 feet for this review to even matter. .350. Final thoughts on the Halo Leopard 3. Three things. One is it wasn't that flippy and still had a fairly reliable fade at the end. If I hyzer flipped it, it would penetrate straight for a while and mostly finish straight. If I gave it more air, it did fight out. And depending on how much air I gave it, it either faded out to straight or actually started to fight back. Would that change as the disc beats in? Probably. 2, it didn't seem to have that much glide. When I gave it a lot of power or put it up way high, it just didn't continue to penetrate. It kind of fell out of the sky. And lastly, grip. I have big hands, and I felt like when I tried to really lean into this, it just wasn't enough for me personally to grab onto. I like 11 and 12 speed discs, so this just is tough. I also, maybe I could work in a fan grip, but I throw power grip. I have trouble power gripping putters, that's why I throw pigs. So I think partially one of the reasons why I couldn't get it out to 400, I could not get a clean release because the grip just kind of wasn't doing it for me. Lastly, what purpose could this disc fill in my bag? What role is this? I recently lost a really nice beat-in T-bird. A T-bird that would hyzer flip straight and stay straight. If I really leaned into it, I would get a bit of a flex out of it. This Halo Leopard 3 feels kind of like what my beat up T-bird felt like, but also we're comparing beat up disc to brand new disc. If this disc keeps in somewhat the same range of stability while getting more glide as it beats in, I think this could be a really good control driver. Something I'm not gonna lean into too much, but we're talking maybe, 50 to 75% power, hyzer flip, straight, maybe a little bit of a turn. But I think the low glide will keep it in that control driver range to where like I can pump T-birds 400 feet. And this one, I just really couldn't. So I think this would be a pretty good woods disc after you beat it in. And yeah, that is what I think of this Halo Leopard 3. What do you think of the Leopard 3? Thanks for checking out this disc review. Let me know what you thought about it. And don't hit first available next time you're out there on the course. See ya. There you go, it's 400.